Yes.
So take us back to, like a younger Alexandria when you first got introduced into sports.
So when I was younger, my mum, she used to be a track and field athlete in Macedonia. She was a hurdler. Yeah, she was very good. I think she held the record at one time, but I think it's probably gone by now. But yeah, my parents, they put us in like lots of different sports. We played soccer, we did track and field, gymnastics, dancing,
Oh wow,
AFL.
multiple sports.
So yeah, we did a lot. And then I think for track and field, it just really got me. When I was in primary school, I made it to my school nationals, and then got first place in that. And then from there, I just like started training. I went to a sports high school, and yeah.
Awesome. Obviously track and field is so worldwide. And there's a lot of schools. And personally on this podcast, I brought on track and field athletes and coaches from a bunch of different schools. So kind of share with us what led you to choose University of Pittsburgh over some of the other thousands of different colleges.
Yeah, so I like didn't really know how to do the track and field process. I didn't go with a company. I just kind of did my own bit of research on kind of how to contact schools. So I just reached out to a few coaches. It wasn't
Mhm.
just my current coach now, but yeah, when I got talking with my coach, I could see the passion that he had for the sport, and just everything that he was about. I really liked it. So yeah, that was it. I just chose University of Pittsburgh. I didn't really know what I wanted to do academically. So yeah, it didn't really matter too much about academics. Like, not that academics don't matter, but just as in, I'm kind of finding my way through what I like, what I don't like. I don't want
Of
to
course.
set myself to something and then feel that I can't change or anything like that.
Of course, and I'm glad you shared that piece because with a lot of our student athlete portion of the viewership, we always kind of share like take your time. You might have an idea of what you want to do when you get to college, but that may change sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, Alexandra, what is your current major?
So my current major, I came here for psychology, but I took a couple of psychology classes in my first semester because I started in January, so I didn't start in the typical fall, how they usually start here. So I started when the season was on. So I took like intro to psych, and I like didn't like it at all. So from then for this next semester, I just took like a bunch of different courses. I took mathematics courses. I took like some public speaking
Okay.
just to get myself out there a little bit, language courses, things like that, just to kind of widen and see what I'd like to do.
Broaden your horizons, yes.
Yeah.
As far as languages, do you speak any other languages besides, of course, English?
Yeah, I speak Macedonian. So my grandma, she lives in Australia as well, and she doesn't really know English. So we were kind of like brought up with her when my parents were at work. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Macedonian. And I just grew up loving languages as well. In primary school, I learned Spanish from we call it kindergarten. I don't know if it's the same here, but from
Mhm.
kindergarten to year 6. And then in high school, I took up Italian in my last 2 senior years.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've just enjoyed languages, and even in my fourth semester, I'm retaking Spanish again just to trying to keep up the language a little bit and like learn more than just the basics.
Excellent. Um, it's always good to, uh, aim towards diversity. Obviously,
Exactly.
this world, you got to learn to, adjust to different cultures and appreciate the strengths and the good pieces as well. So
Yeah.
definitely makes sense. Uh, Moving out to the college life as far as being a student athlete, what would you say has been some of your biggest challenges so far or your biggest surprises so far?
hmm I think definitely like just being on my own here. So obviously all my family's back in Australia and stuff like that. But I feel like for that, it was just kind of something that I needed. I needed my own space and to kind of do my own thing. But I think for a challenge would definitely be the food, like to learn how to cook by myself and not rely on eating out and things like that, because it can get really unhealthy and really expensive very fast. So I'd say probably yeah, learning to cook is probably one of the challenging things. But I think I've gotten there since last semester. I'm slowly getting better. I got recipes when I went back home for the summer here. So yeah.
Okay. Now obviously they say that the American food, can be not the greatest for an athlete. What are some of the typical meals that you're eating now that you're competing at the collegiate level?
I think definitely more just like having variety in my food, like making sure to have vegetables in there and enough protein, enough carbs, and yeah, just things like that. Making sure all my meals are balanced from breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks in between. Yeah, that's probably one of the biggest things.
So if you running 100 and 200 meters, obviously that's sprints. Um, what's like your training regimen looking like besides the work that you do on the actual track? Are you doing like any certain types of Olympic lifts, lunges, plyos?
Yeah, so in the gym, like that's what I like. We have two separate coaches, so I've got obviously my track coach and then my coach in the gym, and yeah, we do stuff like power cleans, um like not really Olympic lifts, but like back squats,
Okay.
plyos, box jumps, things like that. Yeah.
What advice, Alexandra, would you have to um, the kids that are depending on the part of the world, secondary school or kids
Mhm.
that are in high school that want to compete at the college level that hope to get a scholarship one day?
I definitely think just like don't rush the process of your like your athletic career, because I think a lot of the times like you can get really like hung up on goals, and like you look at other people and you compare yourself, and then like that can lead to injury and things like that if you push too far, or if you're just like so focused on like a certain like what's someone your age is running that you don't really